too special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Bam, 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 boom. Hey, ho, ho. Appreciate the support. 33, man. 33 years of prison stories. We rolling. We trying to get back on track. Want to let y'all know, don't know. I'm not sure right now we get back on track if y'all gonna get a video every day. I'm not sure right now because I'm trying to branch off into some other things. I'm trying to bring them other platforms back up to life, man. The prison fitness, man. I need to get back in shape. So I'm gonna film there some and start putting out content. I want to bring the purity listeners back, man, because too many jokers out there talking about cooking. I got to show them how it's done. So I'm not sure right now, but I'm going to do the best I can, man. So please like the videos, comment in the videos. Let me know if you like them. You know, that's motivation. I know if y'all into them and you're really watching them, then, you know, I'm going to try to do what I got to do. But I want to get this message out there by any means necessary. So supporting is important, man. So, you know, it depends on how it's going with me. I got to try to just broaden this thing out, man. I'm working on a lot of new things, man. Working with some new people. Trying to get some more merch out. Go get that merch. I'm trying to get these books out, you know. So a lot of different things, man. So y'all stay tuned, man. I appreciate everybody to rock with TBP. TBP Nation. That's everybody, man. When you come in the chest, man, represent where you from. You know, as I said before, TBP Kansas City, TBP Seattle. Put it up there, man. Let me know, man, so I know where the support coming from. I appreciate the love. We're going to try to keep it moving. Everybody who rocking with me over there in Twitch, I appreciate it. We're going to have some new things over there. I might be reviewing videos over there. I might show my videos over there, stopping and pausing and talk about what I meant, what I didn't say, what I was, you know, trying to convey in retrospect. Look at other people's videos, bring some of y'all in on the screen. A lot of things can be done over there on Twitch that I'm being told, but I'm trying to learn it and get it right. In that morning mud, man, you know, that's my wake-up call, man. That's my wake-up call. So shout out to everybody who come in that morning mud, man. Big love. Today, oh, man, I was trying to figure out how to, you know, break this video down. You know, in my mind, how I want to, you know, tell this, man, because I do remember this time, man, so well, because it was crazy to me. It was just crazy to me because I had seen a lot of things in prison, you know, even this to a certain degree, but not like this. But, man, I can remember when them gangs was, you know, fluctuating inside the prison. Now, to be honest with you, truth be told, a lot of them was in the way. You know what I'm saying? They was in the way, especially in my way, and dudes that's been bitten and doing time and been down a long time. That gang stuff, that's in the way because we won't used to that. And we not letting no young dudes come in there and be acting like they running something, man, when you done been in the penitentiary, man, while they was, you know, still walking around in they pops drawers. You know what I'm saying? So we won't really going for that. Won't really feeling that. And it seemed like a lot of things that they was doing didn't make sense, and it won't making money, and it won't doing. It was just in the way. So that was our perspective, and you know, more or less mine's as well. But man, you can never encompass everybody in one lump. And you had some of them little young dudes that was getting to it. You know what I'm saying? They was about that money, and they just happened to be a part of whatever gang or organization that was. So I can remember being in the block, man, and I don't even really want to say what prison, man, because I don't know what's going on, you know. But I can remember being in the block with these young dudes, man, and they was bloods, and there was a couple of them in there. And man, it seemed like the ones that was in the block with me at this particular time, man, them dudes was about getting that bag, man. They was about getting that money. But what was really fascinating to me was they even started having little young females get jobs at the prison. Yeah, I mean, they was getting jobs at the prison, and I guess, I don't know what you call them, bloodettes, they was bloods. So they only getting jobs in the prison to facilitate getting money for the blood dudes. This was their assignment, you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy, and I was like, man, this is like some TV movie stuff, man, because it don't seem real. But they actually had a little something going on, man. They was getting these little young girls, man. All these little young girls was coming in there getting jobs, you know, 21, 22, 19, you know, nice, attractive little young girls too. But little do people really know, except for the ones who knew, they were bloods. You know what I'm saying? And they was getting the jobs because the dudes that was locked up was bloods, and it was their assignment to come in there and look out for them and make sure they were straight. So, man, they bringing in the drugs, man. They bringing in the liquor. They got it going on. So it was a little small ring, but it was working out. You know what I'm saying? They had a couple of girls in there, like 2 or 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, this is crazy. So they had the girls, man, working, man, you know, and you knew it. You could see it when you were old timer like me. You could see the interaction. You could see, you know what I'm saying? They would act like they didn't know each other, but, you know, when you've been down a long time, you peep the signs. I could see everything. You know what I'm saying? I could see the girls act all this way and that way, woo, 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 but then whenever the blood dudes go up there, and there only was like 2 of them that would go up there and they would talk to them, and I seen the, you know, exchanging the notes and all this and all that. First in my mind, the first thing I thought was, man, this little young dude done pulled this little girl. But little do I know, it's already in the works. You know what I'm saying? This is by plan, not by coincidence. You know what I'm saying? They got this thing, you know what I'm saying, the way they wanted to have it. So I'm like, man, this was crazy. So, you know, as time go on, and I'm learning more and more, you know, at this time, you know what I'm saying, I'm like a respected OG up in there, so, you know, the information gonna come to me. You know what I'm saying? And the way it came to me was, a dude was trying to get him some real frames in there, right? And what I mean by real frames is, you know, glasses. So, you know, when you wear glasses in prison, man, you know, 9 times out of 10, even if you had your own real glasses when you came in, if they let you keep them, which was not a guarantee, if they let you keep them, you were lucky. But if they get broke or anything like that, you had to get state glasses. You know what I'm saying? The same one everybody else walking around with if they wore glasses. So if you see dude with frames on, it was something that he probably already had. And, you know, like say, you know, time and all this and moving around, they could get broke, they could get, you know, messed up, but you ain't going to be able to get no more. You're not going to be able to order them from the street. So I remember this dude that I knew in particular, he was like, man, I'm getting ready to get these $1,000 Versace frames. And I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how you going to do that? You know what I'm saying? So he was like, the blood dudes. You know what I'm saying? I said, the blood dudes. He was like, yeah, man, you ain't hip to what's going on. I said, what's going on? Hip me. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, you know the blood dudes, man. They got them couple of girls working in here, man. Them girls bloods, man. You know what I'm saying? You pay them. I got to pay them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to pay him. Because the dude in particular, he was shaking and baking. You know what I'm saying? He get the little sack in so he get a little money. So just so happened that the blood dudes get high, so it's a trade-off. So he was like, boom, I'm going to hit them off. They're going to get the girl to bring in the Jones. I got people to order them already. They're going to order them. When they go to my sister, the blood girl going to go over there, pick it up from her, and she going to bring it in, you know what I'm saying, when she come back to work. I'm like, go ahead, man. He's like, yeah. Then he tell me which one it was. And it was the new little young girl that just started working in our block. These dudes had got it so good, too, that it was like 2 or 3 of the blood girls, but like one of them actually worked in our block. Her assignment after she finished her training and everything became in our block. So they really had it good. You know what I'm saying? They can direct contact, all of this. So I'm like, man, Sean, he said, man, and I'm in my mind, I'm always skeptical when in prison because like I say, man, dudes just talk to be talking, man. Dudes just talk because they got a mouth. Dudes just talk because they bored. Dudes just talk because they tongue move, man. So you can't believe everything you heard in prison. You can't really believe mostly anything you heard. You have to see it. And I was of one of those dudes that I got to see it. So he was like, man, I'm telling you, because it sounded far-fetched to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at these young dudes like, man, come on, man. And showing up, He got them joints. And he called me down there. He showed them to me. Not only did she bring them to him, she was able to bring them to him. They still had the case. You know, the case like they come in, the Versace case and the little card in there with the Versace. Woo, woo. And he had took them and got his real, you know, prescription lenses in them. You know, so these Jones is all the way official. So I'm like, good Lord. So I'm like, boom, now I'm thinking in my mind, you know, what else can they get? What else can they get in here? You know, I didn't wear glasses at the time. Probably needed them, but I ain't wearing them. So I ain't thinking glasses. I'm thinking other stuff like what somebody could possibly need. You know what I'm saying? At this particular time, I got a phone. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping over that. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good avenue to know if you know, needed something, you know, you could go to them and probably get something in. So he was like, yeah, man. And then he hit me with the boom, bam, bop, boy. He turned around and he said, hey, man, dude told me give him a minute and he gonna holler at her, man, and she, you know, she gonna do something a little strange for a little change. I'm like, huh? I said, what you talking? He was like, yeah. I said, man, nah, come on, man. Now you going too far. He said, man, I'm telling you, man, they got them girls, man. They got them locked, man. You know they bloods. They gonna do what they tell them to do. So more or less, he was saying that the little girls was gonna be, you know, selling the goods. I said, man, get out of here, man. He said, man, I'm telling you, man, he trying to get the other girl to get working in the building too, so she could be the lookout, right? So what he meant was they was trying to get the other blood girl to be over there so she could be on the floor while the other one be in the booth. And then they exchanged if they working the shift together. They had put in already for a change and all this. So if they do that, they can like open the back door up in the back and let y'all go back there, go in the chemical closet, go back there, do whatever, and can't nobody come back there unless they open the door because they got control of the booth, right? And if somebody coming in the building, a big head, a lieutenant, another CO or something, they can see them because they also got to buzz them in the building. So they can buzz them in the building, or before they buzz them in the building, they can also, you know, hit the girl that's back there doing whatever she's doing and tell her somebody coming. You know, it's time to go. So it was a beautiful plan. A beautiful plan. And they was like saying that they was going to put it together, right? They already had the girl that was in there. He tell me that, you know, the dudes like to do all the gunning and everything. But when you gun, you know, you taking a chance on going to jail. You taking a chance on getting a charge, this, that, and the third. He's saying that, you know, pay him, give him the money, and the girl gonna let you, you know, gun, get your thing off, do whatever. You ain't got to worry about no charges. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, these youngins is thinking. These youngins is on some entrepreneur trying to get some money, pimp daddy stuff. They got it going on. I'm like, man, this is crazy because in my time of doing time at this, I ain't seen nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? When I first came in, I'm in the wall, you know what I'm saying? They had a few women in there that was, you know, they'd do something for a little something, you know what I'm saying? But they was so hard to get around and stuff like that. And more or less to me, it was more like rumor, but it was a lot of dudes saying it. So it was like, boom, man, you know, CO such, man, you got a $50 bill, man, or CO such, you got 100. You know, they were saying it, but I hadn't really seen it. I seen it, but not seen it. I've seen it get, like, I seen them in the vicinity when somebody said, oh yeah, they coming over here today. They know they coming to get this money. And I seen them in the vicinity during the time that they said they was coming to get the money, but I ain't never really know if anything transpired. It was just too much at the time for me to even comprehend or to believe. I know for a fact that I wasn't going to go on what they were saying. I'm fresh in the penitentiary. I wasn't going to go on what they were saying and approach these female COs the way they said that they was rocking. I wasn't going to do it. I was nervous. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to have me up in the side pocket with some foolishness, you know, going at a CO, making sexual advances at an officer, man. Them Jones right there get you hemmed all the way up. So it was like, you know, just talk to me. But I did used to look at the females that they said was doing it when I saw them like, I wonder is that true? You know what I'm saying? You know, but I ain't make no noise. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I ain't make no noise. I won't say nothing. You know. But so this was surreal to me, man. And I'm watching it now. Now that I'm aware, more or less like, you know, in tune to what's, you know, I pay attention to my surroundings anyway, but now I'm looking. You know what I'm saying? I'm eyeballing. I'm like seeing these moves, because I can tell when people making moves now. You can usually tell anyway by the atmosphere, but now this stuff is like crystal clear to me. I'm like, okay, this going down for real. You know, because dudes would get in the shower, especially on the top tier, and they would see the girl in the booth, and she would come out the booth, and she would come in and come through the back door, and then she act like she's standing up there right in front of the shower, act like she filling out stuff on the clipboard or whatever. But now I know she's standing right there, and if you look down that way there, everybody got their doors open. Because all these dudes that hit the blood dudes off, and they right there got the girl right in front of them. I'm talking about like 6-7 feet away. And they got the shower door open doing what they doing, and she right there and acting like she filling out paperwork, but she looking at them, and that's all they want. And they done paid for that. And she ain't gonna right now charge, and they straight. You know what I'm saying? They straight. So I'm like, man, these young dudes here, boy, they coming in and changing the game. Yeah, they coming in and changing the game, man. Because dudes will pay for a lot of things in prison, man. Drugs, you know, phones, you know, clothes, you name it. But for that, man, them jokers gonna rob Peter to pay Paul, man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna rob Peter to pay Paul, man. Especially if they can actually do the do, and they gonna do whatever. You know, them dudes gonna do anything, man, to get that, man. They was taking street to street money. Meaning you get your people on the street to send the money to their people on the street, and once they confirm they got the money, they gonna set you up to go in the back with the girl, man, for 15 minutes. 15 minutes, man. You know how long 15 minutes with a woman is, a young, pretty woman is, and you done been locked up? 15 minutes? Shh. Man, that's a lifetime. That's a lifetime. But I heard, you know, because I don't know, can't confirm it or not, but I heard the price was kind of steep, man. I heard the price was kind of steep, man. I heard they wanted 600. Yo, I heard they wanted 600 things, man, for 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And you know the spiel. Man, they putting their job on the line, man. You know what I'm saying? You see she pretty, man. She fine and everything. She putting her job on the line, man. So that's the only way it's going down, man. And then they won't telling everybody. Because they know if they tell everybody, it's going to get out in the air. It was just if you was in a certain circle, you heard the information. You know what I'm saying? It was like on some need to know. You did. And I know that being that who I was, the information came to me. Now, whether they thought I was going to kick out 600 bones or not, that's why they let the information get to me. I don't know. Or whether they let the information get to me because they know I can hold water and I ain't going to be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I won't come up off no 600 bones anyway. I won't come up off no 600 bones anyway. And then my philosophy is different. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a man, all man, 100% man. I was in need as just like the next man. But my philosophy different. I'm like, boom. If they doing that, then in here for them, right, with anybody, who else they doing, what they doing on the street, all this and all that. So I ain't, you know what I'm saying, I won't get into it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it was a good thought. It was a good visionary, but I won't get into it because, like I say, I was living reckless, but I value my life, you know what I'm saying? And I just looked at things from a different angle, right? You know, like I said, it was a passing thought, but I won't get into it. Plus, you know what I'm saying, take my frame of mind and the price ticket, I'm out, you know what I'm saying? But it was crazy. It was super crazy, you know what I'm saying? And then I do, and to be fair and to be honest, I did hear too, though, when they did do it, you know, they was bringing in condoms and made sure the dude, that was a part of the deal too, he had to use a condom, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time too, that's just too much activity for me, you know what I'm saying? But they was getting it in. You know what I'm saying? It won't no whole lot, but they was getting it in. I know that for a fact. I know somebody who, you know, went to the well. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody who went to the well, right? So it was actual and factual. Now, that made me start looking at the little, you know, the little blood organization or whatever, man. Like, man, okay, you know, these young dudes just ain't in the way. Not saying that I condone what they was doing, but I respect the fact that they was trying to get some money. They was in a bad situation and they was trying to make their situation better. And they won't harming nobody and they won't forcing nobody to do nothing. So I was like, okay, but now it would be you know, a compliment to say that. Then I started seeing all the bloods like that, and that's how all of them was moving, but that wasn't the case. These was some unique individuals. These was some select individuals that was a part of an organization, and they was doing probably what all of them should have been doing, trying to get some money instead of trying to get in the way and just trying to represent something just because they wanted to represent it. These dudes had a purpose. They had a goal. They was trying to get money. They was getting money. They was doing what they had to do, and they won't really like, you know, running down on innocent people, trying to, you know, strong arm them just because they was in a gang and beat up on the old white man and take his commissary, that type of stuff. That's the normal activity, you know what I'm saying, that's going on with the gangs in there. Now, they won't doing all that, oh yeah, we own this phone, and nah, them dudes was, they trying to get that paper, and they was getting paper, you know what I'm saying, because they had the girls bringing in whatever they wanted. If you really wanted it, and you had the money to purchase it, if you want to holler at them, they gonna get it. I'm talking about 2, 3, 4 ounces. If you wanted a pound, they'll bring it in sections. You gonna get it if you paid for it to come in there. You want the phone, they gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You wanted some personal, anything that was small enough to get smuggled in there, they had it. They had it, man. They had it. They had a good little they had good little motion going on and a good little run, man. Because I was around that probably for about a good, maybe a good year and a couple of months while I was up and running. You know what I'm saying? And that's amazing in penitentiary. That's a good run for to be doing something in the open like that that involve other people, like letting them dudes do this and gun and go back there and pay for, you know, a little, you know what I'm saying, boom, boom, boom. That's a good run in the penitentiary because it's too much talking going on. Because normally somebody gonna run their mouth and blow the whole spot up. So for them to have that little good year and something while I was there, then I got moved. You know what I'm saying? That alone is a good run in the penitentiary. Doing something like that, that was monumental, man. And these young dudes, I don't think now one of the people involved, including the girls, I don't think now one of them involved was over 25. Neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? So that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at these young dudes that had the situation popping off, man, they look like little kids, man. They look like little kids, man. Some of them tatted all up, all in their face, sleeves everywhere tatted up, walking around with their pants hanging down, you know, high all day, eyes red and everything. They were getting to that bag, though. They were getting to that bag and they were calling shots. Calling shots, man. Had them girls doing what they wanted them to do without question. You know what I'm saying? Getting money hand over fist, man. Sending money back to their people on the street and whatnot. So, yeah, but when I did get moved, though, and, you know, I probably was out of that vicinity right there for probably about, maybe about another 7, 8 months. When I heard that some people had got tore off over there, some females had got tore off over there, supposed to have been bringing stuff in for the bloods, right? And some bloods, and they got locked up on investigation and all this and all that. But the way they told it was that they was having they called it a drug ring. They said they had a drug ring going over there with the bloods, man. The blood had a couple of the female COs bringing in, you know, the drug bringing the sack in, but they ain't say nothing about, you know what I'm saying, the rest of that stuff because they ain't know all the information. So I discerned that one of the girls got caught bringing in the drugs, and they put the shake up on her, and she dropped the dime on the other girls that was with her. You know what I'm saying? And then they ended up saying, you know, they young, man. They can't stand that pressure. They probably told them, you going to jail, you going to get locked up, you can go to the female prisons. And And she spilled the beans on the rest of them. Like, no, we got the job here because we Bloods, and you know the Bloods, they're my brothers, and we looking up. And that was it. So it was a big thing. You know what I'm saying? When it all falls down, it was a big thing. But to me, it was a big thing when it was going on, because that was young people, man, in the penitentiary, man. And you tell me how much influence you got to have to, man, a regular cat can't do that. You know what I'm saying? A regular cat can't do that. Now, I hadn't seen it in my whole bit. In my whole bit, I hadn't seen it. I'm just being honest. The dude can get female to come get a job there, and her sole purpose is to come in there and to make sure they all right and do whatever they need to get done. And yeah, is that not fascinating to y'all? That was fascinating to me. It was fascinating to me then, and it's fascinating to me now. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that was fascinating to me, man. You know, now I had ran across, and I knew these people. I had ran across somebody before that their brother was locked up, and I actually knew them on the street, and they came and got a job in there, and their sole purpose with getting a job in there was to make sure that their brother was all right. And that's actual and factual. I know this person, individual, was a person. And they stayed there and they worked there and they got into the job and everything, man. They got into a little bit of other foolishness, like, you know, liking somebody. They met somebody in there that they liked and they was married. But that's how it is. That's why I say when you come in the penitentiary, you cannot be a heterosexual female and gonna tell me that you're not gonna see a male in that prison of thousands of dudes that somebody's not gonna, you know, tickle your fancy. Somebody's not going to be attracted. I just don't believe that. You know, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Because you got everything in there you want. You got every flavor, every color, every size, every shape, every, you know, complexion. You will see somebody you like. And if that person strike up enough conversation with you and then you like their personality, it's just, you know, human nature going to take over. It's normal attraction. That's just my opinion. But yeah, she got a little bit, but I know for a fact she stayed in there until her brother. He ain't even have a lot of time. He ain't have a lot of time. He had over like 2 or 3 years. She stayed in there on that institution until he went home. And when he went home, and she would gone then too, probably a couple of months after that, she went ahead on and quit. You know what I'm saying? And her sole purpose was to make sure he was all right. She would bring him home cooked meals from his mama, home cooked meals from him, bring him the little things he needed. Yeah, true story. So that's the closest thing I had seen to what these youngins had pulled off. So just think, man, that you can talk somebody. Like I say, I done met some bad jokers while I was locked up. I done met some flim-flammers, some scammers, some smooth talkers, some pimps, some you know, some jokers that could talk a fish off a cat truck, a cat off a fish truck. You understand me? You know, I done met them dudes. I ain't met nobody that talk somebody and y'all come get a job here and you know, make sure I'm alright. How you do that? How you do that? Them YOUNGBLOODS did it. Them YOUNGBLOODS did it. So yeah, I got to get that to them, man, because I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes. It wasn't nothing that I heard. I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes, man. So yeah, man, they so, you know, like I say, man, words are powerful, man. You probably, man, you know, if you can talk people into doing that, man, I mean, you should be a politician, man. You should be a politician, man. You might talk your way up in the White House or something, man, because that was crazy. Young people at that, man, under 25, easily under 25. I could tell that, discern that just by looking at them. But anyway, man, that was just one of them crazy stories, man. It just popped in my head, man, when I was talking to one of my YOUNGBLOOD dudes that called me the other day, and it just was ringing in my head, man. So yeah, man, it goes down in the penitentiary in all shapes, forms, and fashions, man. And you never, ever, ever get to the point where you think you done seen it all. Because if you in the penitentiary, you ain't seen it all. Because when you think you seen it all, that day or the next day, you might see something that you ain't never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Because that is the penitentiary. But like I say, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. You know, shout out to the YOUNGBLOODS, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the YOUNGBLOODS, man. You know, and like I say, man, it's a blessing in every lesson here, man. And the blessing is, man, that like I say, man, if you keep your eyes open, you know, your mouth closed and your ears you know, open, man. You can learn something every day, man. You can learn something every day. You can see something. If you can process that, man, you'll have a greater understanding of life, man. We never gonna understand everything in life, but we can have a greater understanding if sometimes we just sit back, watch, and observe and listen. You know what I'm saying? And I was glad that I was able to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, without somebody telling me. It was something that was innate in me. It was always like, man, just be quiet, man, sit back and watch, you know what I'm saying, learn. And I was always able to do that, man. So, you know, that's the blessing, man. But in any event, man, y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Please talk to me in the comments. Leave a comment, man. Leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't make no difference, man. I will read them. I will get to them, and it will help the page. So if you like the content we got over here, if you like the movement, man, if you TBP Nation, man, you know, supporting is important, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be safe out there. Be smart, make good decisions, man. And bam, 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 boom, 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 boom. Duck them hooks, man. They out there. Bam.
The bacon special. Yeah, pure deliciousness. Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.